Welcome to the Amazon's podcast. I'm Glenn Young, owner of Amazon's fitness magazine, Celebrate the Female Physique. Subscribe to amazonsfitmag.com. The podcast is brought to you by GPS Photography and Video. Why photography and video? Because if a photo is worth 1,000 words, video is worth 1,000,000. And Amazon's fitness magazine is a GPS photography and video publication. Long day of teaching. I'm starting to lose my voice, but I'm gonna power through. It just is what it is. Joining me, the figure princess, IFBB figure pro, Tamika Robinson.
Hi. Thanks for having
Hey,
me. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you. I
Mhm.
really do. I saw you in, of course, Atlanta at the Atlanta Pro, and then
Yeah,
again at Tampa. Love your energy on stage.
thank
Love
you.
your haircut. And so that's why I said I'm gonna go over and talk to her. And I'll tell you what, uh, as advertised, love your energy, and you really own it on stage. Talk to me a little bit about your presentation, and because you got loads of confidence. Like I said, I love it.
Thank you.
Um, so tell me a little bit about you and where you got this stage presence so strong, because it really is. It comes through. Love the yellow suit in
Oh,
Atlanta. So everything about it.
thank you so much. Um, I don't even know. So I guess honestly, my first love was gymnastics, and
Hmm.
it's one of those sports where you have a team, but you're also out there on floor, beam, bars by yourself. And same thing with track, but it's a little bit more showy. Um, and with that, I went into cheerleading, and I just like love being out there. It's
Hmm.
my favorite thing, being on stage. The world is my stage, so technically I'm always on stage. But I just love being up there, and I think it really shows like to the crowd that I just enjoy it. Like that's one of my happy places. So I will forever have fun on stage because I know what it's like to sit in the crowd and see someone who doesn't look like they're having a good time. I don't want to be
Right.
that person. I'm like, oh man, your energy sucks. What? He doesn't want to be here. I don't want to be here. Why are we here? That's never fun. So it just comes from my love of being myself and having a good
Hmm.
time and showcasing my skills.
Well, I love it. It comes through, and you're
Thank you.
definitely a crowd favorite as well. And I
Thank
was at
you.
both shows, and I'm like, wow, this she really got something.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Now, does your husband compete as well?
Yes, he does. So he just finished Masters Worlds, and it
Okay.
was fantastic. I think he got 11th. And unfortunately, he got a hernia, so we have to go get surgery. So
Oh man.
yeah, this will be kind of like one of the second years that we've had to go through some weird surgery.
Right.
He was recovering last year, kind of from a full knee replacement, and
Oh
that just,
wow.
yeah, I know he's a badass. Oh, he's my favorite.
Yeah. Yeah. Rehab and get back on back on stage. That's great.
Exactly. So he rehab, and that's all he wanted. He was like, I just want to know that I can do this and get back on stage. So he got back on stage last year and looked. I'm his biggest fan, so I'm gonna say he looked amazing. Judges obviously didn't see that, but it's fine.
Yeah.
But he looked fantastic, and he just needed that for himself. And then this year he was prepping for Masters World, and random freak accident. So he got a hernia and kind of messed with
Mm.
his abs and stuff. So now
Right.
he's taking the rest of the year off so we can schedule the surgery and
Now
recover.
he's what, classic physique? What is
He's men's physique. I think he's the
okay.
tallest men's physique competitor
Yeah,
also, by
he is tall.
the way. 6'5".
Yeah.
Yes.
And how tall are you?
Oh, I'm 5'4".
Okay.
What a midget.
Yeah, but again, you wouldn't know because on stage you look so much taller. Yeah, I know you got the heels, but your build, comes off a lot taller than 5'4".
Thanks. My confidence is 6'7".
Yeah, there you go.
Thank you.
So you and your husband own a business in Centennial, Colorado, right?
Yes.
But you say it's just Denver, really?
Centennial's a suburb of Denver. We're like 20 minutes away. Nothing too
Okay.
crazy. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So tell me about jarfit.com.
So Jarfit is our personal training business. We have 5 coaches underneath us, and we specialize
Oh wow.
literally from. I know, right? We're growing. We specialize in lifestyle clients and obviously contest prep, and we're just here to help you or help people transform their lives and their bodies.
Which one do you like best? Competition prep, competitive, or lifestyle? Or does it matter? Because as all whichever check comes in the door, it is you are in the business of making money. But
That
yeah.
one.
But do you have a preference though?
Um, I I don't really have a preference. I like both. But I have found that well, the prep clients listen way better, obviously. They have
Uh-huh.
full goal. Whereas like there's a looser goal with lifestyle clients that they're
Right.
like, oh yeah, I would like to lose weight, but they don't have like a by this day, by this time, I want to look like this, and so there's
Right.
no full set structure, which was really hard for me for a little bit. And I was like, you know what? If you feel good, I feel good. As long as that's happening, I'm okay. Like I can't be too mad.
Well, that's good stuff.
Yeah.
Now, do you work with any? I was going to ask, do you work with any student athletes as well? Because with all the athletes around there, of course, you got the Colorado Buffaloes, Colorado State. I got to ask you which one you like the best. But then you got the Broncos as well.
Mhm.
Um, I mean, athletics are major in Denver or in
Yeah.
Colorado, I should say overall. Do you get those student athlete contestants as well or competitors as well? Those
Um,
that trying to get a scholarship or just trying to decide whether they want to stay in their sport or end up competing?
so we've got a lot of student athletes. Mainly we're working with Valor Christian High School.
Okay.
epic,
Okay. Great.
epic high school out here. They are known for their athletics and their incredible sports teams. Right now, we're really connected into like the basketball side of things. Just
Okay.
because Jason's played basketball. I had a sister that played. I did not play. I was too short. Defensive monster, totally. But outside of that, not very good. But yeah, so we're kind of figuring out our way with high school athletes,
Right.
and that's been really fun. So, college athletes, not so much. I think they have like their coaches, recommended
Mm,
coaches.
yeah.
So, but we're working on it. We'll see what happens.
Good deal. Now
Yeah.
you got a track background yourself, right?
Yes. Yes, I
What
do.
did you run or compete in?
I did all sprints and that
Okay.
from like indoor 60, 200, 400, 4x4, and then outdoor 100, 200, 4x1, and 4x4.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now that 400 meters, that is a race.
Mhm.
I ran that in high school myself, and still like, I
Eh,
never got, and that's a while ago, but I never got below 58 seconds.
that's
And
okay.
I'm like, but I'm like, to see what kids and Olympians are running now is like, gee, man, I'm like, phew.
I know. And
But
then like Sydney McLaughlin, just to like switch it up real fast. And
yeah,
speaking of Olympians, oh, she's running the hurdles faster
yes,
than than people are running the open four. Oh,
yes,
excuse me,
yes.
what?
She ran a hell of a leg in a 4x1 too. 4x1, 4x2.
4x1.
Yeah, like, phew. But it takes so much endurance and obviously so much training. And
Yeah.
like in the 400 meters I was mentioning, you get to that last 200 and it's like, whew, you just done.
It's
But
like you're on a prayer right there. Just
yeah,
let me make it to the
who's
end.
got the
I will
gas
take
in the tank
what?
to finish strong? But
Yeah, the four was my worst race. I actually hated that race. I only did the 4x4 and I was the open leg because there's no way you can put me
yeah,
anywhere else. I'm not running. That's the anticipation of running Anything else sounded terrible. My favorite races were, my favorite was the 100. It's just like perfect length.
Yeah, because it's over.
Right, I know, it's a breath and then you're
Like,
done. Woo!
yeah, exactly.
But my best race, unfortunately, and fortunately, was the 200.
Mhm.
I All Americaned in college in both the one and the two, and I'm getting inducted
Good
into the Hall of
stuff.
Fame. Thank you.
Yeah,
In
congratulations.
2 weeks. Thank you.
Congratulations. We talked about that earlier. And you went obviously you went on scholarship. Where did you go? How was the recruiting for you as a track athlete in coming out of Colorado?
I think my coach was. I love that man. He was just desperate for good people. So he saw some of my times, reached out, and I mean, I didn't plan on doing sports in college. That wasn't my full on thing. I was like, oh, I'm
Mhm.
just gonna go be a student, and
Right.
my parents were like, no, if they're gonna pay you to run, like you're gonna run, I guess. Which is fair.
Yeah.
It's fine. So we went out and did a tour, and the coach told me about the school and about their track program, and it sounded fun. And I was like, you know what? All right, like you're paying for most of my college, I guess I'll come here. And
Yeah.
that was it. And I went to Dakota Wesleyan in a very small town,
Hmm.
Mitchell, South Dakota. Super cold, by the way,
Yeah. Yeah.
but the prettiest summers, so that's nice.
And then you were became an All American, and now you're going into the Hall of Fame. So that's great.
Yep, I was the first female All American in track and field. And I've got 12 standing records that I can count.
Oh wow.
I know.
What was your fastest time?
My fastest time was in the 100 was
Mm.
11:79,
Mm.
and then in the 200 it was 24:26.
Jesus.
Yeah.
24:26.
Mhm.
My fastest time was 24.6. So
Dang, I was close.
you would have smoked me.
I was knocking on the door. I was here.
Oh, and
That's
it's something
awesome.
about people pushing you, but I'm like, man, now when you look, I think in my time, I think the state qualifying or state record was like 22.8, and now you got kids eclipsing 20, almost 19. It's
Right.
ridiculous.
That's
It's ridiculous.
absolutely not. So I'm like, oh yeah, the two girls, because I got third in that meet. The two girls
Mhm.
that beat me, both of them were Jamaican. I was like, damn it.
Yeah.
They both ran like 23s. I was
Wow.
blown away. I was like, oh my god, they beat me like full seconds.
People that are in warm weather places, warm weather states, seem to get stronger in track. Where you out in Dakota and then in Colorado,
Yeah,
you wouldn't think it because the climate is just not climate friendly for running.
yeah, it's
Definitely with sprinting, but I guess you could say with the uh with the climate or with the what is it the mountain
elevation.
elevation, yeah, uh that obviously helps. So
Yes. Yep, elevation helped. What I did notice though, because I'm a Denver born and raised girly, going down to sea level kicked my ass. I don't know if I can cuss. Sorry
oh
about
really? It seemed like you would be stronger.
that. Wow, you would think, but my lungs were like, this is too much air. I don't need this. Who? What? Who? Stop breathing. I was
Uh,
dying. The first year was the hardest thing I had
yeah,
ever done. Yeah, oh. But now, like, I can go back and forth, no
right.
problem. Damn
Do you
it.
still run at times other than cardio, obviously, with in prep? But do you actually go out and actively run and sprint?
Yes. So this off season or whatever you want to call it, I am I'm getting ready for indoor to
Oh,
run
okay.
attached. I know.
Good for you.
Thanks. Yeah. So the first meet is in December in Colorado Springs at the was it the Air Force Academy, and so I'm gonna
Mm.
I'm just gonna throw my hat in the ring and do a little 60, a little 200, and hope
There
for
you go.
the best.
That's right. The Air Force Academy is out there too.
Yes, that beautiful
So
school. Oh my God, amazing.
yeah, it is. So what's your favorite sports team?
My favorite sports team, like ever, or in Colorado.
Well, Colorado. Can we narrow it down? And then
Okay.
narrow it down by sport. Because you got the Nuggets too. So I
Yeah,
mean,
I was gonna say the Nuggets
yeah,
because Jokic be killing them. That's my guy.
yeah.
I'll take the Joker all day. He's the best.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't need
So
to know
what about
anything.
when it comes to football?
When it comes to football, I can. I'm a bandwagon fan, so if all the teams are doing good, then I'm good. All of the teams, girly.
All right. So who did you have when it was Colorado versus Colorado State the week before last?
I had Colorado.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then how about last weekend? Colorado versus uh, Baylor.
Oh, nuts.
That was a hell of a game.
Oh,
I
love.
stayed up late, but I
Who
mean,
won?
you are kidding me. You're kidding me. You joking, right?
No, I didn't watch the game. I don't be watching football. It was probably. I was
You're in
probably.
Colorado.
I know. Did we
Jeez.
win? Did we win?
It was
If
just
we won, go us. If we won, I'm in.
how
If
could
Baylor
you
won,
not know? How could you not know and watch that game? That game was one of the greatest games in comeback.
well, that's good. Either it was on late and I went to sleep early, or I mean, I'm
Yeah,
so
but you have you been at least watching Sports Center this week or First Take? So
so.
anyway, Colorado beat Baylor in overtime.
Oh, nice.
Thrilling finish.
Go us.
And to go into overtime, they scored the last second touchdown. So
Dang. Oh, so it
yeah,
was close.
yeah. Well,
Yeah, go us. Let's go, Colorado.
you're horrible.
I
You are
really
horrible.
am. I am.
Well, well, let's talk about your sport.
Okay.
You are a figure pro.
Yes.
You've been pro how long?
I've been pro for 8 years.
Okay. So we always figure.
I wish. I started out my journey in bikini. My
Okay.
little bikini heart was like, yes, please. Oh, all the things. And then the judge is like, oh, honey, your legs are too big for bikini. I was like, bitch, what? Excuse me? You're too big for bikini. You can't tell me nothing.
Oh wow.
Oh, and then we made the transition to figure, and things started happening, and I was real bummed. Bikinis in my soul. I'm a bikini girl in a figure body.
Okay. So tell me about the haircut. What did the judges say? It fits you. I love it. That was one of the things that drew me. But I mean, a lot of times girls, I mean, got a hair whether it's a wig or their own, but I mean they don't just go with that bald faded look like that you have.
Yeah. So it's just my signature look.
Mm-hmm.
I just love it. It just is so fun and expressive. I've been doing it probably. Honestly, I think I've had my haircuts like for 8 years. Yeah, 8 years.
Okay.
I did not always wear this on stage. The first year
Mm-hmm.
I did that was actually 2018, 18,
Mm-hmm.
and it was a catch-22. No one said they hated it, but obviously I did stand out.
Right. Yeah, you do. You
um,
do.
and then after that, I was like, oh my God, this just feels good to be me on stage. Like, I love a good
Right.
wig. Don't get me wrong. Oh, yes. But this just is me. It just is perfect. So I've asked a few judges what their thoughts and opinions were. And one judge told me he didn't really care. And I was like, oh, okay,
Mm-hmm.
cool. He's like, yeah, just do you. Like, let's get a little bit more conditioned. I think you need to, I think he said grow my back a little wider. I was like, all right, cool, got it.
Right.
Nothing about my hair. I was like, oh, sweet. And then I had another judge who absolutely loved it. He was like, oh, I love it. You rock it with so much confidence. Like, I don't care. Just keep this look. And I was like, all right, say no more, sir. I can do it now. Yes, thank you. And he kind of kept going about like, I don't care what anyone wears their hair like. It's just, do they have the confidence to do so? It's like, if you wanted to come
Mm-hmm.
out with blue hair and you came out with the confidence of blue hair, then sure. But
Yeah.
if you let it wear you, then it becomes a problem. And I was like, all right, cool. Like, I think I'm wearing it.
Well, it's very unique, and it definitely suits you. So that's great.
Thank
What
you.
other feedback did they give you from Atlanta to Tampa and after Tampa?
So Atlanta to Tampa. Atlanta was, I need to come in conditioned. That one was it was a dagger to the heart because I
Mm-hmm.
looked so good going to prep, like going through it, getting up to the show,
Right.
and then we we spilled over on the carbs, and I mean, my body was just all over the place. And I was like, I felt good. I looked jacked, but it was too much, I think.
Mhm.
So they told me I need to get a little bit more conditioned, and all right, I was like, okay, cool. And then heading into Tampa, I felt good. It was great. I had a great time. That was my first time ever doing Tampa. Such a fun show.
It
Uh,
is.
Even though a hurricane that giant storm
Oh,
we were
yeah.
going through, I could not believe that.
Yeah, I caught hell driving back. And that show was always on my bucket list. But
Oh
yeah, I caught hell driving back. And a lot of people did too, with flights being delayed and stuff. So
yeah.
but yeah, made it back. But I'm like, okay, what a great experience, because that show had been on my list for the longest,
Oh
and
nice.
well run show. And as well as the Atlanta Pro too. So I was glad I
Oh
was
yeah.
able to go to both. And
Yeah.
then going into 2025, I'm hoping to make those shows as well. So
Oh nice.
we'll
Perfect.
see.
Yeah. I want to do Atlanta again. That was an incredible show. I loved where it was at. I love
And he's a great
Linda.
person, great athlete too.
Stammer.
Uh,
Like, oh my
Tim
gosh.
Gardner is a great promoter, but Linda
She's
Murray, uh, that's the iconic legacy champ. So I mean,
I know. She's
she has a hell of a
gorgeous.
legacy, 8 times. So
That
yeah,
beautiful woman, her spirit, her
yes,
energy, everything. She just is a
she
saint.
is.
Linda, we love
Yep.
you.
Was glad to meet her, but yeah, she is
Yeah,
very beautiful still. So I mean, yeah.
yeah. And then in Tampa, the feedback was get leaner. I was like, oh my god. Oh.
Hmm.
I'm like, okay, so you want me basically down to my bones? Got it. And then was more back density, and I was like, oh, okay, sure.
Hmm.
It's like, all right, I guess I can work on that. That's not a big deal. But
Right.
I hadn't heard that before, so I was like, oh, all
Huh.
right.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm like, okay, well, that's cool, sure. So just hitting a bunch of back days now and not eating all the sugary things that I can find in my cabinet.
It can be hard, but yeah. So that being said, what are you looking for in 2025? Have you picked out a show? What are you thinking?
So I'm thinking, we've picked out, me and my coach have picked out, and my coach is my husband.
Well, yeah, I was going to ask that, but that's great. Okay.
Yeah. So he and I have sat down and we are gonna start early. So what that's looking like is we're gonna go to Tri City in, I believe, April. I think it's April 5th.
Okay. That's
Um,
in Georgia, right?
yep, in Georgia.
Okay.
Like I love Roland. Is amazing. He was so much fun when I met him at Linda Murray. So I was like,
Hmm.
you know what? Yeah, listen, I've never been. I'll do that show. I haven't done it before. I'm in. So when I go support him, he was fantastic. And then after that, we are gonna go to Wasatch, which I believe is 2 weeks later in Utah.
Okay.
And then I think 2 or 3 more weeks later, we're gonna go do Pittsburgh Pro and get in front
Okay.
of that judging panel and see what work needs to be done.
Good deal. Well, you planned all over the place to
Yeah,
go
kind
from
of.
Georgia and then Utah and then to Pittsburgh. So that's great. But that's your first three shows
Hmm.
picked out. Sounds like a great plan.
Thank you. Obviously, I do also still want to do Linda again, so the Atlanta
Yes.
Pro is also on my list.
There you go.
Yes.
And I definitely want to go to that one again too.
Okay.
And it's funny you mentioned hurricanes. Now everybody's waiting on this next one to hit um,
I know.
this weekend. Well,
Yeah.
actually, tomorrow and Friday. So
Oh,
at
that's
first it was a tropical storm. Now it looks like it's going to be hurricane strength, but category 3. So it's tis the season. So what are you going to do? You
right.
know
Get out of
what are you
there.
going to do? So just have to see how it makes out. I like the Olympia in Orlando, just because it's just easy to get to. Not that I understand the appeal of Vegas
Yeah.
and everything, but what do you think?
Um, I mean, Orlando that's nice.
Uh
Because
huh.
afterwards, you can go to was that Disney World or
Yeah,
whatever that place is?
and
We go
everything's
to
right
Disney
there. So
World.
yeah,
Yes. But I think, and that's because I'm a giant foodie, having it in Vegas, oh, you can eat all the things.
there
There
you
is
go.
a buffet of, I mean, there's a buffet, number one.
Yeah, everybody's got one.
I know. Yes, give me all the good buffets. Give me all the good sugar thing. Oh my god, yeah. I need all the restaurants just so I have a plethora of options because I worked my
Yeah,
ass off and I'm ready to eat.
that's true too. That's true too. For
Yeah,
that 24 hours right after, you're like, okay, now I can have whatever I want, and
exactly.
you can go for it. You know,
Yes.
at least for that time, and you just celebrating the journey and celebrating the moment. So, not even so much as food as it is great food, great company, and realizing what you've just done. So,
Yeah.
and I think athletes should do that after every show. Celebrate the journey, understand where you are, and then where
Yeah.
you want to go from there. Because you gotta enjoy it as you go. Then you look back, you try to get to the next show, the next show, the next show, and then
Yeah.
you looked up and you never enjoyed the
Celebrate it.
journey.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna
Exactly.
let you out of here on this one. I gotta ask you your thoughts on the figure division. Sid Gillian going for 8.
Yeah. Nice.
Jessica Reyes Padilla, Lola
Mm-hmm.
Montez. That's your top 3. But is
Yep.
there a dark horse out there that you can see that could break open? Because that's what's so famous about, or I should say, famous slash infamous about the Olympias. There's that one person out there that nobody was looking at, and then it's just like boom, and the next thing you know, they're the champ, and as they say, the rest is history. But what do you give me your thoughts on the figure division?
Um. Well, I think. Okay. I'm gonna give you my predictions. I think it's gonna be Sid.
Okay.
Sid, I think is gonna win. She keeps refining things every time she's on
Hmm.
stage. She looks incredible. Her shape, her muscle density, the maturity that she's got, like the balance, love, absolutely stunning. Um, I'm a fan, obviously,
That's
and
all
um,
right.
because
We all
also
are.
right, like okay, so and then I think, and I personally would love to see Lola be second. Um,
Really? Okay.
yes, again, it's like her structure, that tiny waist that Sid has, it's very comparable to that. Her balance, her proportions, just so the lines are dramatic and pretty. And she's closer to Sid. Like that's the look. It's like,
Right.
oh, look one, look two.
Okay.
Um, if they went that way, then three could be Natalia Soltero. Her physique is also
Really?
just stunning. Oh, it's one of my
Okay.
favorites.
So that's your dark horse.
Well, yeah, because she's so consistent. She's always in the
Right.
mix. She looks absolutely incredible every time. And I think she's doing Legion this weekend. Or
Ooh,
yeah, I don't know. She jumped into some show, and I'm like, oh
really?
shit! Before the O, that never.
Yeah. I mean,
She
what are we?
never has done
Well,
that.
we had 18 days out. So I'm like,
Oh
what
my
else? I
god!
mean, what's going to happen? I
Oh
mean, what do
my
you need to
god!
prove at this point? I mean, I can see earlier shows, but I mean, we're that well within 2 weeks now. So I'm like,
Mhm.
but hey, that's the thing. If the prize money's right, hey, go for it. That's what I
Yes,
say.
yes. So
And now I'm looking at that as improving as well. Wolfpack obviously does a great job
Wolfpack does
with the
do a good
wellness division. So yeah, if that prize money comes, the big dog's gonna come out regardless
job,
because that will
right?
make people compete. So,
Yes.
but that's interesting thoughts.
Yeah,
I always like Jessica Reyes Padilla. I like Amal. I like
yeah.
Sid Gillian. Uh, we're gonna see. I mean, you never count anyone out. And like I said, it's that dark horse, just like you mentioned, that one that nobody's looking at, and it's like, boom, shows up on stage day and everybody's now in the shop. That person always renew how well they're going to do. It's just that people were sleeping on them, and that's always a great human interest story
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah, it'll be exciting to see. I'm looking forward to all the divisions, just as a fan
Yeah.
in general. So,
Yep.
obviously a little extra special attention to the figure girlies.
Because you're a figure. There you go. And you're
Yep.
right. I like all six divisions.
Yes.
Bikini wellness, fitness, figure,
Yeah.
women's physique, and of course, women's bodybuilding. So I mean, yeah.
Okay. I know.
Um,
So excited for them.
and then when you look at fitness, Missy Truscott, what a
Yeah.
great story comeback that's going to be. And
Oh, I know.
so
She's
I'm looking forward to see how that pans out. And rooting for her just because of what happened last year. I
yeah.
mean, to go through that, the torn ACL, and
Mm-hmm.
so comeback story of the year. So excited to see how it all pans out.
Yeah, I'm excited. I love Missy. She always brings such good energy to the stage. So I'm excited to see like
Mhm.
what kind of routine she does, especially with I don't know her. Oh, Taylor. Taylor being like the new physique or fitness champ. I'm like,
Uh-huh.
because like they both have such good energy, but they show it so differently in their
Right.
routine. Like, oh, this will be
Yeah.
fun.
And then Ariel Kadar is one of my favorites.
Yeah, she's out.
Ever
I'm
since
actually really sad.
2017 when I saw her in the Arnold's, 2017 in the Arnold's. So yeah, she's great. But to see the injuries that they have gone through is like, yeah,
Yeah.
and then to get out there. So
Oh,
yeah, special shout out to the fitness because you should have to pay twice, once for their routine and again just to see them in their pose. So
yeah.
and then
Yeah.
you got women's bodybuilding, of course.
I know.
That's gonna be a great finish,
That's gonna be wild because
Yeah.
I can't is it Angela Yao?
Andrea Shaw, Angela Yo,
Angela
uh,
Yo just
yep,
got her. She won.
Ashley
Yeah.
Jones, Sherry Priami. Those are your top four. But then
Yeah.
Hella Trevino is back.
Yeah.
Teresa Vancic. I'm excited to see her. Here's her second year working with Andrew Vu.
Yeah.
Uh, and then all the ones that were not there at the Rising Phoenix,
All right. Yep.
Christina Mendoza. So that's gonna be a great lineup too. You know,
Yeah.
all like I said, all six divisions,
That.
and then Jennifer Dory not competing this year. So I'm
Oh
like,
my god, I know. I'm like, what?
that
So you open the door for new bikini girl? What?
yeah, that was crazy. And then I mean,
Amazing.
I guess she already knew, but it's like that was like a bombshell drop. So I'm like, wow, okay,
Yeah,
because you always want to see, you know, people defend their title and stuff, and
of
then
course.
and then women's physique. Who you got?
For women's physique, oh man,
Natalia Coelho, of course.
I know. Versus Sarah. Hi,
Sarah Vegas,
yeah,
Zama Benton, Sharonica Hinton, one of my
I
favorites.
love Shaka. Yeah.
Marika Jones, I like
Oh
her.
yeah, I forgot she's been
Yeah,
crushing it lately. I think she's
yeah,
competing again soon too. Actually, I'm like,
yeah,
oh
yeah.
nuts.
She's in the Olympia, so I'm gonna
Yeah.
talk to her tomorrow night. So
Oh nice, perfect.
yeah,
Yeah.
Marie,
Women's physique
mhm.
is gonna be messy. I think Sarah's gonna try to pull out all the stops and like
Yeah.
trying to get her mojo back, all the things.
Well, I mean, you just gotta, to go get that fourth one. So I mean, hey,
Yeah. Yeah,
So
and her conditioning is always incredible, as well as Natalia's.
right,
Oh my God, incredible.
it'll be a
And
great battle.
it's
It'll be a
gonna
great battle.
be so crazy to see.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Marika really or Tamika Robinson.
who me?
That's you.
Yeah, look.
Thanks for coming on the Amazon's podcast. I really appreciate you. The
Oh
Figure Princess. The Figure Princess.
yeah, yes. Thank you
So
so
hope
much.
to talk soon. Keep me posted. I'll be following you, especially now with knowing that what shows you're gonna be doing. And who knows, maybe I can meet you at the Pittsburgh Pro and set up a
That'd be
shoot.
so
I'm gonna
fun.
try that. That's always a big show, and that's always a great show as well.
Yeah, and
So,
Pittsburgh is so incredible.
oh, it is, especially
Oh,
in May. Not so
um,
much in January, February, of
no,
course. Well, it is up
so
north.
cold.
And then, of course, you know better than anyone out there in Denver. So
Right.
big time storm.
Yeah, it'll be
So
fun.
thanks for coming on. I really appreciate you. I'm gonna let you go so you can get your rest. Of course, you're 2 hours behind me, so it's really me. Got to go
Yeah.
get my rest.
Okay, well, you go get your rest.
Talk soon. Really enjoyed talking to you. Love the haircut.
Thank
Love
you.
your stage energy. So keep it up.
Thank you, Glenn. Thank you for having me. I really appreciate your time and having me
Sure.
on the show. So I can't wait to see you and hopefully talk again soon.
Yeah, oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It was great meeting you and talking with you. So, yeah, keep it going.
Thank
Keep it
you.
going. Talk soon. Bye now.
Bye.
The Figure Princess. Love that nickname. Love her haircut. Love her style and stage presence. A lot of energy. So put her on the watch list for 2025. Big things coming with her. Coming up tomorrow night, you want to tune in early at 7 p.m. Sherry Priami is back on Amazon's podcast as we're roughly going to be, I think, 17 days out for the Olympia. So going to continue to talk to all the competitors that I can as we get up to that day, the 60 years, the 60th Olympia. And then at 8 p.m., Marika Jones, women's physique, on her way to the Olympia. Going to be great to talk to her and see how she's doing as she's getting ready as well. Everybody is, but I appreciate them taking the time to talk to me right before the biggest show of the year, biggest show of their life, you could say, of their competitive career. And then at 9 p.m., Sheena Olig's going to join me. Going to get her predictions and talk with her and give me some of the thoughts on how the Rising Phoenix was and what she saw. Because you always like to hear from the competitors and get their angle because they always see something different. So excited to talk to them. So make sure you guys tune in tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Sherry Priami, 8 p.m. Marika Jones, and then of course at 9 p.m. closing it out with Sheena Olig. Even Siri's trying to come in and talk. I'm Glenn Young, Amazon's Fitness Magazine. Celebrate the female physique. Always remember, not everyone's going to be for you, but that doesn't mean that everyone's against you. But it does mean that everyone's watching. So give them a show. See you tomorrow night.